The name McKenna Woliczko didn't just appear out of nowhere, it erupted into the spotlight at a moment when the basketball world was already searching for its next breakout star. And suddenly, clips, headlines, and conversations all began pointing in one direction. But what makes this rise feel different is the sense that something bigger is unfolding behind the scenes, something that goes far beyond a few highlights or awards. McKenna Woliczko's journey to this moment hasn't been overnight. It's been a steady climb built on discipline, long hours in the gym, and a quiet confidence that's now impossible to ignore. As 2026 unfolds, everything she has worked for seems to be aligning at once, creating a surge of attention that feels almost unstoppable. Her selection as a Naismith High School All-American didn't just validate her talent, it amplified it. This is the kind of recognition reserved for players who dominate consistently, who separate themselves from the rest of the field, and who show the potential to impact the game at the highest level. That momentum carried straight into her appearance in the McDonald's All-American Game, where the brightest young talents gather under one roof. Being part of that stage alone is a statement, but for Woliczko, it became another opportunity to show that she belongs among the elite. These honors aren't just milestones, they are signals to the basketball world that a new force is emerging. Each accolade adds another layer to her growing reputation, turning curiosity into serious attention. Her commitment to the Iowa Hawkeyes has only intensified the spotlight. The program has already built a reputation for developing elite talent, and bringing in a player like Woliczko sends a clear message that the future remains bright, and possibly even brighter. There's a growing belief among analysts that she could be one of the most impactful recruits the program has seen in years. That kind of expectation naturally draws fans, critics, and media into every step of her journey. What truly captures attention, though, is the way she plays. Woliczko brings a rare combination of size, skill, and awareness that allows her to influence every aspect of the game. She doesn't just score, she reads situations, adapts quickly, and makes decisions that elevate her team. Watching her on the court feels different because she plays with control and purpose. There's a sense that she understands the game at a deeper level, and that awareness sets her apart from many of her peers. Her performances in high-profile events like the Nike Hoop Summit have only accelerated her rise. These are the stages where reputations are made, where the best compete against the best, and she didn't just participate, she stood out. Moments from those games quickly spread across social media, drawing in fans who may not have known her name before. Suddenly, she wasn't just a rising player, she was a trending topic. But behind all the attention lies a story that adds even more weight to her rise. In 2025, Woliczko faced a serious ACL injury, a setback that could have slowed or even derailed her momentum completely. Recovering from that kind of injury requires more than physical strength. It demands patience, mental resilience, and a willingness to push through uncertainty. Instead of letting it define her, she used it as fuel. Her return to the court wasn't just a comeback, it was a statement that she was stronger, more focused, and ready to prove herself all over again. That resilience is now part of her identity. It's what makes her story resonate with fans who see not just an athlete, but someone who has faced challenges and refused to back down. Away from the court, McKenna's lifestyle reflects the level of commitment needed to perform at an elite level. Her daily routine is centered around training sessions, recovery work, and maintaining peak physical condition, all while balancing academic responsibilities. Even with growing attention, she stays grounded. She focuses on consistency, knowing that success isn't built on one moment but on repeated effort over time. Her personal life remains relatively private, but it's clear that family and close relationships play a major role in keeping her centered. That support system has been especially important during difficult moments like her injury recovery. There's also a sense of discipline in how she carries herself. Whether it's practice, games, or media attention, she approaches everything with a level of maturity that stands out for someone at her stage. When it comes to net worth, McKenna Woliczko is still in the early stages of her financial journey. As a high school athlete, exact figures aren't publicly confirmed, but her rising profile points toward significant future opportunities. With college basketball now offering NIL, name, image, likeness, deals, players like her are entering a new era where talent and visibility can translate into real earnings much earlier than before. As her recognition continues to grow, so does her potential to secure endorsements, partnerships, and opportunities that could quickly elevate her financial standing. What's driving the current wave of attention is not just what she has done, but what people believe she will do next. There's a growing narrative that she could become one of the defining players of her generation. That kind of expectation brings both excitement and pressure. Every performance is watched more closely, every move analyzed, every game carrying a little more weight. Yet so far, she has handled it with composure. Instead of shrinking under the spotlight, she seems to embrace it, using it as motivation to keep improving. Each time she steps onto the court, there's a sense that something special could happen. And that unpredictability is part of what keeps fans watching. The attention surrounding her isn't random, it's the result of talent, timing, and a story that feels unfinished. From setbacks to success, every chapter adds more intrigue. And that's what makes this moment feel so important. Because as big as her rise has been so far, it still feels like only the beginning. The real question now is not why McKenna Woliczko is trending, but how far she can go. Because if this is just the early stage of her journey, then what comes next might be something the basketball world isn't fully prepared for. Stay locked in, and don't forget to subscribe to Celiscore TV, because this story is only getting started.